Hi there, it's Wise here, once again bringing you some wise words to expand your consciousness and help you reach your highest potential. We're back, and are you sleeping? Wake up! You wake? Or better yet, as some of my friends like to say, are you woke, bruh? Are you woke, sis? Are you woke, family? Are you woke? Are you awakening? What's going on out there? Here are a few ways that I can tell if somebody is going through the awakening process and why and what to do about it. So, before we get started, if you haven't already, remember to subscribe, comment, and rate right down below. So, let's get started talking about awakening. Why is it going on? What's happening? Why is everybody all of a sudden being so spiritual? I have to talk to you about it. I'm super excited about it. Biggest reason I'm excited about it is because growing up, it was not a cool thing. I was always spiritual growing up. I was into the esoteric. I was reading books by people like Francis Drake and Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, but not the ones that most people know about. The esoteric ones, the occult ones, the ones that were about alchemy. The Hermetic Principles, the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. I've always been very interested in this stuff, and now I have a lot of people to talk to about it. So why do I think it's going on? The biggest reason I think is going on is that this is the information age. So no matter what way you cut it, we have access to way more information, at least in from what we can discern as being the common or the modern era, than any other time. Now, if you believe in ancient Atlantis and other things like that, that's another video for another time. What we're talking about today is where this iteration of man is right now. And we are moving fast. Technology is neck breaking. You can get a new iPhone every year. Doesn't really do much that's very new, but you can get a new one every single year. And same thing with cars. Technology is always compounding and moving faster, from 3D printing to lasers and things like that. So the information age, I think, is partly to do with what brought about this awakening going on throughout the entire planet. Now that people can share information on what we call here in the West awakening, what in other and Eastern philosophies could be referred to as enlightenment, dharma, or coming to, a lot of different meanings for the same thing. Being more aware of yourself, being more aware of your impact on your environment, on the things around you, on the people around you, on your inner self. The awakening process, I believe, is going on right now due to the fact that a lot more people are talking in different circles about different things and sharing information. And then what happens is you start overlaying different information on different types of life. Like being innovative, you might take an idea that you saw in a restaurant and apply that same idea to something in a library. That's a little bit abstract. You get the idea though. So what's going on partly is that interaction of people's ideas and ideologies, religions, creeds meshing, where before there might have been a border between, or you would have had to wait 10 to 15 years to read a book from that country, and it might have been redacted due to your government not wanting you to get some of that information. A lot of different things. Now that wall has been just broken down, and there's a lot more people that are able to interact with each other. And what we're realizing is that we're not alone. There's a lot of people out there like you and I. There's a lot of people who are interested in finding out more about self, more about how self relates to the world around them, the people around them, and the impact that they have. So that's part of the why that I think is going on. And I think the people that it's going on to, they need a place to turn to. They need somewhere to go look, somewhere to find the answers that they're desperately asking for. Partly because they don't know, or some people don't know about their inner power, how to awaken their inner power, how to use this awakening, this new attention, this new concentration to what's going on inside, and how that impacts the world outside, and adversely how the world outside impacts the world inside, and how you start to make an equilibrium. Where's the information on that? Well, it's not taught in schools. It's something that you have to go out and be interested in yourself. It's important. It's very, very important. The awakening process for me was arduous and long due to the fact, like I said, when I was going through it, there wasn't a lot of people to talk to about it. I was seeing things and reading up on things at the age of 7 that my mom was like, boy, well, I don't know what you're really getting into. However, she supported me in my pure fascination for just wanting to know how things worked, how I worked on the inside. So, a couple of things and a couple bits of advice I can give you about the awakening process is learn how to be with yourself. A couple ways to do this: meditation, taking up exercise like yoga, Pilates, and high intensity interval training, biking, tons of different ways for you to get out there and get back into your body through breathing, through focus, through concentrated effort. That's very important. The concentrated effort. You have to make a commitment mentally about what you're going to do. This is very important. Some people think awakening is like gaining a new superpower, which in a way it is. It's more like discovering the superpower you've always had. Now it's just coming more awakened. It's like maturing to the point to where the power now alerts you of its presence. So with this power, you must begin to hone it. I don't know if any of you are Spider-Man fans, but Uncle Ben once said, with great power comes great responsibility. So this power of being awakened, being awoke, you have to learn to harness it. So through things like I was mentioning, such as meditation, just the breathing aspect of it will help you get from point A to point B, learning more about yourself, learning more about what triggers you, what makes you happy, what makes you sad, what makes you, you. You know you better than anybody. Outside of that, then you can start doing things like the moving modalities. These things are very important to get back in the body through movement, whether it's dance, whether it's yoga, whether it's meditation techniques, kind of like Tai Chi or Qi Kung. Whatever you're doing is getting back into the body. The movement will help the energy flow. So with that, it takes me to the last thing I want to talk about. What does it mean to you? Well, I can tell you what it means to me. It means that something bigger than us is going on. Something bigger than just humans. Us being human is going on. Maybe you think that this is a happenstance. Maybe you think that you're the only one going through it. Maybe you even think that it's a government hoax. Whatever the case may be, something is going on. More people are talking about more things that before were taboo, such as maybe being vegan or corruption in the government or Me Too movement, where women actually are starting to get a voice where they've been so muted for a very long time. All these different things are going on in culmination. So you could say it's because of the information era, which I think that's part of. And you could also say, maybe it's everybody's becoming more spiritual. Maybe spirit is moving through. Maybe some type of shift is happening. Maybe it's extraterrestrials. Who knows? What I believe it means, what I feel that it means, what I think that it means between my heart and my mind, is that we are at a pivotal point on this planet. It's a huge juncture. Think of us like the cells of the planet, and the planet's this giant body. And right now, through climate change, through different patterns of what's going on in the rainforest with the fires, what's going on in the oceans with the overfishing, there's a lot of things that are out of balance, where if this were a body, it would start to be getting sick. And as it's getting sick, the owner of the body would say, there's something I need to do about this. So then there's this message sent out to the cells and the antibodies in the body to go out and do something about this sickness. Ironically, in this case, it seems that the cells, or at least some of the cells, are causing the sickness, kind of like a cancer, just a very small few cells causing a big sickness. So what we're looking to do, and what I believe, is now send out the message to more people. The message is getting more and more prevalent. So that's partly of what I think is going on. That's only my abstract way of thinking about it. I'm sure there's other ways of thinking about it. You know, hive mind mentality, cross thinking, so on and so forth. Think tanks. So I see all that. I read up on it, and I'm very interested on it. Who knows? What I do know is that I am here to help as many people as I possibly can and help you expand your consciousness and look to raise your vibration. Thanks for listening to me. Thanks for giving yourself the opportunity to learn about what's going on with you. And most of all, thank you for being you. As always, from here at the Wise Tribe, infinite love, infinite peace, and infinite wisdom. Ooh la la la, my friend. Got the awakening going on.